This wooden tower hosted the practical portion of the Raidon Tactics high-angle shooting class I took this weekend. It's 72 feet to the top of the railing, which just so happens to be rocking like a boat on water in the 15-plus mile-per-hour winds. And I do not like heights at all. But the top of the tower is where the firing line will be, so up I go. The first word in high-angle shooting is high, and though 6 stories up is plenty high for me, this is only going to give us a glimpse of the effect of shooting with high degrees of declination. Major effects aren't seen until you get some real distance to the target, but we're all decent shooters this far along in our instruction, which means we'll still notice the small change that'll occur at only 24 yards to the target.
Oh my god, this thing is moving. Oh, look at the guy wire. And that's what the top is doing, it's blowing around like that. I just gotta get this done. I do not like this. Ugh, yeah, and that's quality craftsmanship right there. So. Holy crap.
We started out by shooting at targets placed only about 15 feet away from the base of the tower using our 100-yard zero. This gave us a baseline point of impact to compare the changes we make when trying a few different angle compensation formulas. For a target actually this close, there really isn't any compensating to do, but we all were able to measure in mils how effective different ways of adjusting point of aim can be. The real skill work here, though, was in timing your trigger pull. There was no way to steady the crosshairs on a target because of the significant sway of the tower, so you just had to set up as best as you could, then wait until your crosshairs passed over your intended point of aim to break the trigger.
It broke pretty clean because they're stacking up.
Yep, that's good enough for me.
Okay. I thought we agreed you were shooting Bravo 2.
Oh crap. You know what happened? I thought I was on Bravo 2.
Here's where I learned an unexpected lesson in magnification. As you can see, the tower really is moving. It moved so much at one point that I ended up on the wrong target because I had my magnification set way too high for no good reason at all. I should have backed the magnification way down as soon as I set up and noticed only one target in my field of view. Once I did this, it was much easier to not only keep my target in sight, but it also made it easier to time my trigger pull because the movement in the scope wasn't as hard to track.
Okay, you need to be pushing on that rifle a little more. It's hard, but you need to be pushing on it a little more.
Okay.
You eked out of it a little bit. You dropped it down a little bit lower, and that's probably because you were loading it and then kind of backed up. You're not going to be able to stop it, okay,
right,
by any means. But I want to make sure that you have positive contact, so that because we are at such a up position and your head's not in the right spot and your eye box is decreased and parallax is created, a million of other problems. You just got to make sure, and you may have been pushing on it, and that's fine if you were, and that's just what it's going to jump because it's going to. You're not going to be able to stop it.
Because they're from them walking there, even though they're lazing down there, I could feel it, and I just was. I mean, it was.
So you got to just make sure that you're focusing on applying that pressure that you need to.
Yeah.
But that's a great shot. You did good.
Okay.
I mean, people are like, so what? You can shoot that tight of a group at 20 yards. This isn't your normal shot. This is a up hard shot. And you did a good job.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Did you grab this corner of that and use that to support you, or did you just do it?
I did. No, I did I moved over and I did kind of like that.
Perfect.
I made sure I didn't grab onto it.
And grabbing onto it isn't a bad thing. Generally, I will grab onto them, but once again, usually when I grab onto it, I'm going to be grabbing onto it when I have a hard point.
And you can pull it into it, right?
If I was going to grab
the difference is
pull it into it instead of having to push it away from it. Pushing it away from it, I don't want my fingers stretched out,
Yeah, right.
trying to control that. I just want to rest it against that, because if I tighten a fist, I can hold that fist. If I'm doing this, okay, I've got movement here. This, there's no movement.
Yeah, because this really makes it stable. You know, you saw that I could take but so much of it, it really was just the tower moving, and it's just timing the trigger pull.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, y'all can go down and start working on your math down there.
All right.
Okay. Everything else that we've taught you up to date is an implied task at this point in time. Okay. If I've taught you how to build a position, build a damn position. If I've taught you how to do ABC, do ABC. I mean, if you can use it, these are tools in y'all's toolbox. I can already make that shot. Okay. I want you guys to be able to go, I got that. Smoking it. Okay. That's what I'm concerned about. And yes, there's not large swings there. We're 20 meters away. Okay. Look at the difference at 20 meters. Now let's put it at 100. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a calculus formula. It's you know, a trigonometric value that goes out. At 20 meters, it's an inch and a half off. What's it going to be at 100? Okay, it's exponential. It's just like minute of angle, 1.047 of an inch. You know, that's 1.047 of an inch at 100 yards. But at 200, it's 2.92 or whatever, 2.092, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that amount will grow. So that's what we want to work on. Okay, and every one of y'all, it was great to see y'all, because everyone are like, oh, you could see a little bit of pucker factor with everybody. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I was holding on with my butt cheeks.
I know. Everybody was up there going,
They suck.
and truthfully,
Negative. Doesn't bother me.
okay, truthfully, that was the reason that nobody built a position, because they were all too worried about dropping their gun or falling their ass over. So, had they been worried about building a position, and there's a crap ton of wind out here. But once again, now that's another thing that's very important that I forgot to mention to y'all. Okay. We are shooting 15 feet, right? So we have how many feet of gravity exposure?
15.
Okay, it's 20 yards, right? But we have 15 feet, whatever it is. You know, we're probably 15, 20 feet from the tower. So we have 15 feet of gravity exposure, right? How much wind exposure do we have?
24 yards. 24 yards. The full time of flight.
You got it.
Right.
Okay. So had I not mentioned that, it may not have clicked, but absolutely. Although our trajectory is exposed to that cosine value, to the bottom leg of the right triangle, to the cosine of the hypotenuse, it is still that full distance of wind value. And up here, we've got some wind today. I mean, we're probably 15 miles an hour. Okay. What I will say is, as we get closer, it dies down, and shooting through it at this close of range with the muzzle velocity coming out of the guns is what we have. That's how come we're not seeing massive swings. And you can see the pucker factor because most every one of y'all have pulled to the right, okay, instead of to the left where the wind is. So that makes sense.
Next, we engaged 4 targets at ranges from 140 to 165 yards using our corrected point of aim. Here again, it really was a lesson in building a position and timing trigger pull on a rickety tower. The targets were close enough that no correction was really needed to make a good hit. However, we still did all of the same math so that we could get practice doing what we needed to do if we ever had to shoot the same angles at greater distances, such as hunting in the western U.S. Though we weren't being timed, we were encouraged to set up and shoot as fast as we could while still taking the time to build a solid shooting position.
Go.
All right.
Come on, guys. You can't be wandering through this motherfucker. We got to give them room to shoot. Back up, back up, back up. Come on, Cameron.
Words cannot express how helpful my Atlas bipod was for all of the shooting I did during this course. The stiff legs and the pan and tilt allowed me to lock my rifle right where I wanted it.
Don't worry about those numbers. Look through it and make sure it's focused when you look through it. Those numbers are not always the same for everybody. Okay? All right, so there you go. Support the front of that gun because you've got it held up, and then make sure that you've got weight there, okay? All right, that doesn't count. Do you know why it doesn't count?
No.
Okay, get back in the same position you were in.
Yeah, but I got him.
I don't give a shit. You're not going to be able to hit it at distance. Okay?
Yeah, but okay, so,
You're not gonna
but
be
in
able to
all
hit...
seriousness, like, I know how close he is.
I got it, but I don't care.
But don't
I don't
take it
want
like
you
that.
to create a bad habit. I don't want you to create training scars. Because you can do that, it's because he's a 6 mil target. Okay? I mean, you can hit him with a pistol from here.
Oh, this is gonna...
That's what I want to see. Hit. Good hit. Let's go to the next one. Good hit. Good hit. You understand, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I was doing also what I would really do.
It's straight in front of you.
Is it knocked down?
It's obscured, so go ahead and hit it anyways. Yeah, good. Cam them things around, lock them in. Good, Cameron. Okay. Well, let's put your hand more on that on that 2x4.
I'm still trying to find. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, there. That'll work. You could have done it. You could have left it where it was and put your thumb under it to support it. You could have done that also. Good job. And I think you may have fixed my target.
Yep, I tried to do that. I was hitting specific spot on it.
Yeah, and you did great. Okay.
More right.
Wade's ear pro is amazing.
Please don't misinterpret my casual banter with my instructor as disrespect. I've been training with him for 18 months and shooting with most of these guys for at least a year, and we are all loose on formalities with each other.
Dead man's gun. That's what I want to see. That's much better, Cameron. And yes, you can make this shot standing. I got it. I understand. Offhand shots. But good shot. Got one more. Needs a bullet.
I got him. All
right. And I'm proud of you for camming that bipod in there like I showed you. I still haven't played with it on mine. It obviously works.
Well, if you watch this guy called Twang and Bang, he demonstrates how to do it.
Where did he learn it from is what I want to know. Good job. Okay. Now, had those been further out, you still could have hit them.
Yeah.
Okay. Had they been smaller, you still could have hit them. I'm proud of you. You did a great job. You worked on the position even though you didn't want to. You did a great job. And you got good, solid, firm hits, each one.
Well, they were all clean breaks. You know,
This class involved a great mix of math and shooting. The math isn't secret squirrel stuff, but it's still stuff that the instructor asks that I don't share outside of those who take the class. And if you have a precision rifle, there are only a few places in the entire country where you can learn this stuff. I feel very lucky to live close to Raidon Tactics, but they are definitely worth traveling to take their courses. Next up for me is defilade and loophole shooting, two methods of shooting targets you can't even see. And I cannot wait.
Let's go. Who's next?